Hi everyone, I'm Kathy, the Clumsy Soaper. Today I would like to share with you on how to make Castile Olive Oil Soap. I have also included the olive oil Castile soap recipe in this video. Before we start, I'd like to thank you for joining me again this week. If you are new here in my channel, please consider subscribing to keep you posted on my latest soap making video, DIY tutorials, and a lot more. Soap making is my passion, so I would really appreciate if you can join me in my soap making journey so we could learn and grow together. So, let's get started! I used 260 grams of olive oil. I purchased this olive oil from the supermarket. The brand is Natural. It is a pure olive oil from Spain. I like this because the ingredients contains refined olive oil and extra virgin olive oil. By the way, this is not a sponsored video and I am not affiliated with this company. I am just sharing with you what I used for this soap. Next, let's move to the Lye Solution. This Lye Solution is prepared in bulk. I used 90 grams of 37% lye concentration. Basically, it contains 33.3 grams of sodium hydroxide dissolved in 56.7 grams of distilled water, and this will result to 5% superfat. In the previous video, I've calculated the capacity of my PVC soap mold using the calculator at www.mysoapcalc.com/soap. This is my own soap calculator. Now let's start making our pure olive oil soap. Both oil and lye are at room temperature. I slowly poured the lye solution into the pure olive oil. I gently hand mixed it until a visible emulsion started to form. Then I continued to vigorously mix the solution. If you prefer, you can use an electric hand mixer at this point. I didn't use a hand mixer because the expected total volume of my soap output is so small. After a few minutes of mixing, light trace is visible, so I poured the soap into the PVC soap mold. This Castile soap is extra special to me because I used the PVC pipe soap mold that my late father improvised for me. I've shared the PVC soap mold DIY video and PVC soap mold liner procedure last week. If you haven't watched those, I'll put the link in the description box below. The soap mold liner that I used is an acetate film. You can find it locally in your nearest bookshop. You can just look for acetate film, or commonly known as overhead projector film, or OHP. A little bit of chit-chat about olive oil soap benefits. It is a good moisturizer, it is gentle, and it can be used as baby soap. It is also good for people with highly sensitive skin. Actually, it is recommended for all skin types, even for those who are prone to acne. Let us also discuss about the quality of Castile Olive Oil Soap. Based on my own soap calculator, www.mysoapcalc.com/soap, hardness is at 16, so the soap is slightly on the soft side, but once olive oil soap aged to about 6 months or more, it would produce a hard bar of soap. We just have to remove all the excess moisture through proper soap curing. Olive oil contains 17% saturated fatty acid and 83% of unsaturated fatty acid. The high amount of unsaturated fatty acid is the main contributing factor to its high conditioning property. When you use natural olive soap, you can expect that it is creamy and you will notice plenty of small bubbles. And it will not produce huge bubble that we normally would observe on other Castile soap like coconut oil soap. Olive oil soap is not comedogenic. The calculated value is 2. I've included this soap quality in my own soap calculator because I know that most of us would like to formulate a gentle soap for the face. I believe that if I include comedogenic property in the calculator, it will add more value to you. Let me know on what do you think about this in the comment section below. Aside from that, I've also added silky soap property. I really hope that this will help you to come up with your ideal soap ever. After 3 days, I unmolded the soap. As you can see, soap unmolding is so smooth. I tried to push it after removing the cap but it doesn't move. So I have to release the airlock by removing the round acetate film that I placed at the bottom of the soap mold. Then I pushed it in. If my papa is here, I would tell him that I really like the soap mold that he made for me. It reminded me of my childhood days when I first started my soap making hobby. He was around to supervise me and he also improvised all of my molds back then. I don't have silicone soap mold before and everything were made by my father's labor of love. I miss him so much, especially now because it is my birthday month and this is the second year that I celebrated my birthday without him. I don't want to be so emotional now. I apologize for that. I'm trying my best to go back to soap making because this is my happy place and I'm trying my best to move on. I know that this is what he would want me to do. For the cutting of the soap, I set the stopper at 1 inch thickness and I produced 5 bars of soap excluding the 2 end pieces. I'll use the end pieces for soap testing. As a bonus, I've included my soap stamping method. I used acrylic soap stamp that I bought online. Olive oil soap is very soft, so I don't need to use a mallet to stamp it, but out of habit, I use the mallet. I hope that you would spend some time to try my olive oil handmade soap recipe. Feel free to give me your feedback or give me a shout out at Clumsy Soaper. This handmade soap recipe is good for those who are trying to begin their soap making journey. I really hope that you like it. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed what I shared, please leave a like or a comment below. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon. Until next time, bye-bye and happy birthday to those who will be celebrating their birthdays this month. God bless!